come back to that more comfortable spot. And maybe you found it when you moved. I know I just moved and started standing. And what I want to invite you to do is just take a moment, and I'm going to give you a question. And I'm going to invite you to scan where do you notice reactions inside of your own body or around you? And I also want to welcome along the way, you may notice nothing, or, oh, I don't feel something there. And that's okay to also notice that too. So the first invitation as you start to scan in and around your body is in relation to this question. How do I let myself grieve? How do I let myself grieve? And I just invite you to scan maybe from head to toe and around your body. Just where do you notice something that catches your attention? Is it a knot in your throat, feeling nearby your arm, something moving through your legs or torso? Just to notice these pieces. And if it's more than one, welcome that. Or it might be a temperature that you notice, cool or warm. And if it's helpful for you to share it in the chat, you're welcome to. It's helpful for you to just journal to keep track. That's welcome. And if you just have it, welcome. And for now, just notice it, and you don't have to make meaning of it. Just invite you to see it as it is, just for a moment. Yeah. I see some folks are already saying heaviness in the chest or aching there, or tightness in their throat or ache behind their eyes. Yeah. Coloring and lip shaking. All of those, whatever you notice, yeah, even if pain, just that is fine. And as you're there noticing it, I want to invite you, if you have a few feelings, to see which one is catching your attention most for this moment and saying it might need a little bit more attention. And from that place, if you have your journal to write a response to this question, what do you want me to know? What do you want me to know? And just invite you for a moment to just journal on that prompt. And let the voice come from that place in or around you, whether that's your hollowing in your belly or a cloudiness. You don't need to make sense of what comes out. I invite you to just have the pen and let it move, or colored pencil. Keys on the keyboard. If it says that's fine. Just take a moment here to journal. What do you want me to know? Asking it of that place in you, that part of you. I'll just give you a little bit more time here to write, about a minute. Just take a little bit more time writing. And as you start to find an end to that spot, and you may need to keep writing, that's okay. This will also be recorded, so you can always come back, or if you're watching it later, you can hit pause. The next prompt that I want to invite you to do is just first read what you wrote. See what that part of you is wanting to let you know. And notice how you feel as you read it. Really listening to that part of you that showed up in that scan. That one that asked for a little bit more attention now. As you finish reading, here's a next prompt, which is to journal on what do you need to trust me to be with grief? Just to ask that part of you, that cloudiness, that heaviness in your chest, or that ache behind your eyes. Just ask it, what do you need to trust me to be with grief? And it doesn't have to make sense. Just let your hand move or on your keyboard type. As you write, it might be something small that you may be able to do, like you just hold me in a little bit. That's welcome. It may say, I need you to go somewhere else, do something. And to just be with that request as an invitation for you to come back to again after our time together, to keep getting to come back into relationship with grief a little bit more. And you can ask that part if it's asking for something that feels like it'll take more time. You can just journal, what might you need right now to let you be with grief a little bit, just for a couple minutes. I invite you to extend some appreciation to that place in you, as well as some acknowledgement of maybe those other places that showed up, those other parts that in the future you may be able to come back to.